Hey guys, it's Erin Wathen Wellness. I just wanted to come on and talk about my Christmas in July program I'm running and any summer FAQs you guys have outstanding. So I know I'm wearing a pretty big summer shirt and listening to Mariah Carey in the background. I am doing this. There is a method to my madness. It's because Christmas will be here before you know it. And we're equidistant from Easter as we are to Christmas. And wasn't Easter just around the corner? So time's going to pass whether or not we decide this is the year we get serious about getting healthy. So I'm not trying to make you go out and buy all your Christmas presents early or break out in a sweat about, angsty Christmas stuff. I'm simply organizing an early approach to tackling this health weight thing once and for all, because so many of us wait until the kids go back in school or the holidays are over or until life calms down. Well, it's never going to calm down. The kids are going to go back in school, and then it's going to be after the holidays, and then it's going to be it's too hard in the winter, and then it's too hard at the end of school year. And there's always going to be an excuse or a reason for why we don't prioritize our health. And there really isn't a legitimate reason, because let's face it, we don't have our health, we don't have anything. So what I am doing is I'm organizing a VIP mastermind. So that means a small group of women, and it's women only. Sorry, guys. To just hunker down and we're going to do this thing. So when I stopped dieting and started living, as I call it, I decided that I needed to figure out why I was eating when I wasn't hungry, why I never knew what size I was going to be for a reunion or a wedding or any of that kind of thing. Why was my weight always fluctuating? I didn't understand it. So I had to prioritize my health, and I had to figure out what was going on right before I ate or went for the gummy bears, because that was my go-to with sugar. Some people, it's cookies, chips, bread, beer, whatever. For me, it was high fructose corn syrup, like licorice, big time. And what would usually happen is I'd have some sort of emotion that I didn't like, restless, angry, stressful, and I would go to food. Done it a million times, right? And it works for about 5 minutes, and then the chemical reactions would start, and then I would have the emotional reactions of what did I do, and then the drama would start. Meanwhile, the actual problem, the actual dilemma that got me eating a bag of gummy bears because I was upset about my husband or my kids or my car or whatever, I wasn't even addressing that because I was so busy dealing with this drama of how many grams of sugar I just consumed in 2 minutes. I was not looking at the real problem. So this sort of change, this sort of insight takes time. It takes a long-term approach to get this deep. Sure, we can lose weight. Sure, we can get to a point where you'll lose 10 pounds, no problem. But you don't want to lose 10 pounds again, right? You want to lose 10 pounds or 20 pounds or whatever you want to lose, because that's how you want to live. And you don't want to have to lose it again because you gain it back every year. You want to be done. So the reason I'm starting so early, like mid-August, is so you can have the time to really get into the why you're eating when you're not hungry. Because let's face it, so many of us, we could write diet books, right? We've lost so much weight. We know all the rules. We know the nutrition. We know so much. And yet there's a huge disconnect between what we know we're supposed to do and what we're doing on a daily basis. And in this gap is, quite frankly, our emotions. When we have an emotion we don't like, we go to food. Then before, we think it works. It never really works. It feels like it works, but we need to have a new skill set. So the Christmas in July VIP Mastermind, you'll be getting a new skill set. You'll be figuring out what to do instead of going to food, how you're going to live in your life without emotional eating, or even looking at foods and having emotions around foods. That's also an issue because so many people, they get really excited about food. You don't want to get excited about food. Food is just what fuels your life. It's not your life. So these concepts I can go over in a 5 or 10 minute Facebook Live, but to really integrate them into your daily life and to truly have them be second nature takes time. So that's why it's a longer commitment time-wise. It's also slow and steady wins the race, right? We've all lost weight, but did we keep it off? That's the approach. Secondly, there's some summer FAQs that came in I wanted to talk over with you guys. First of all, what to do if you overdo it. What to do if your weekend got out of hand and you, let's face it, you blew it, right? You ate too much, you drank too much. You want to, sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to answer these questions. How to undo it, right? So this is what you're not going to do. You're not going to go on a funky cleanse, reset, any of that stuff. You're not going to starve yourself. You're not going to go in a sauna and you're not going to freak out. So you ate a piece of cheesecake and a 6-pack of beer or whatever. Okay, let's just say it, take the drama out of it, or write it down or say it out loud or whatever you need to do, and then get back to what you're normally eating. That's it, no drama. Let's just take the drama and the emotion out of food. And why did you go off the rails last weekend anyway? What was going on? Like, was it stress? Did you get caught up in the emotion of your friends? Like, let's get to the why, because it's the why that really matters, because there's always rosé, there's always pizza, there's always a reason, right? Every month has some sort of holiday. Why was last weekend the weekend you decided to make it all about, booze? That's what I would recommend. Secondly, what's the deal with my anti-keto artificial sweetener stance? Good question. So for those of you that are unfamiliar, so much of keto, unfortunately, is about keto brownies, keto truffles, keto desserts, quite frankly. And there's cookbooks you can buy on keto fat bombs, and they almost always have stevia. Now, the pro of stevia compared to artificial sweeteners such as NutraSweet, aspartame, all the really funky ones like Equal we grew up with, is it comes from a plant that you can actually see. Of course, they do a lot of manipulation to the plant, but it still tricks your brain into thinking something sweet is coming, and then your brain is looking for it. So at the end of the day, you're still jonesing for sugar. Also, by eating a ton of keto desserts, you're still in that mindset of, I gorge on desserts, I deserve a treat, treats are food. Instead of, I'm living my life, I eat because I need to eat, I want to fuel my life, but food isn't connected to my emotions anymore. So that's why I'm not really pro any keto diet book. I eat keto-esque. I'm eating a lot of avocado pudding this summer. I'm eating a ton of those cauliflower pizza crusts that I'm an ambassador for. If you guys want a discount code, let me know. I'll send it to you. But as far as the keto desserts, sure, they're better than ding dongs, but there's still nothing magical out there that you can eat with abandon. Just throw that concept out, because snack rolls weren't it. You know, these keto fat bombs aren't it. There's nothing that's ever going to come around that's a dessert that we can just eat our problems away. So just stop looking for it and just do the work of like, why am I eating when I'm not hungry? Why am I going to food when I'm upset? Why do I look forward to food so much? Like, these are the questions that we could spend time answering instead of figuring out how to manipulate ketosis. So I hope that helps. If you have any questions about Christmas in July, let me know, and happy Monday, everyone. All right, bye.